Assalamu alaikum, everyone, and very good evening to all of you here. We're still waiting for others to join our class, but while waiting for them to join our class, so I think we just start our session for today. Right. So we've gone through some sessions already, and today we're in the session 9. So we've gone through some sessions 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 on the debating. So you must have got something in your mind. At least you are now a little bit familiar with the what we mean by debating. Okay, right. Today's topic is very simple. It's something related to the very characteristic of the very characteristics of the debate that we've been learning so far. Well, if you still remember at the beginning of our class, I think long time ago, when first time I met you, I think I introduced to some basic questions, asking you whether debating is something new to all of us, or is that something which is which we have done in our daily life. And I want all of you to realize that actually debating is not something new. It's part of our daily routines. We very often in our daily activities we've got into debating. But actually, what I mean by this is not exactly the same between our casual daily debating activities and the one that we've been learning so far in our course. From the first sessions until the 9th sessions. What I mean by similar or the same is just the basic principles. The basic principles of debating. It's all the same, whether it is casual or the one that we've been learning so far. So this is not casual. This is the formal kind of debating. There is something which is similar. The basic principles. The basic principles for debating is sharing opinions, like what we've been doing so far in our places, anywhere, with our friends, with our partners, sharing ideas, sharing opinions. Usually there are only two options, either agree or disagree, right? So it's always between the two sides, agree or disagree. That's the basic principles of debating. But the one that we have been learning so far is different, because it is a structured debating. It's a structured debating. The debate which has structure, has format, has rules and regulations. And one of the very obvious difference between the casual debating that we have been doing so far in our daily life, in our daily routines, with our friends, with your partners, with your colleagues, or anywhere, with anyone, is that when it comes to the debate that we have, it has some rules, and the speaker in the debate, or the debater, has some time to speak. They have their own turn to speak, and it is not common for everyone else, the opposing sides, another team, to just directly raise questions or interrupt somebody's speech when somebody else has just started the speech. We are not allowed to just directly interrupt and raise questions. In other words, as the speaker, as a speaker, you have to carry on speaking until, say, for example, of course, there is a limit: 7 minutes, 5 minutes, 4 minutes, 3 minutes, or 2 minutes. There is a limit of your speech, but so you have to carry on speaking. You have to carry on delivering your ideas or your opinions. And other side, the opposing side, he or she cannot just directly interrupt. If you just started your arguments, maybe after some time, let's say, for example, if the limit is 7 minutes, for example, you can speak for until 7 minutes. Maybe after 5 minutes, the other side can interrupt you, can raise questions, can let's say, for example, can cut your speech, can ask questions, can raise some kinds of raising the questions. But until then, you have to carry on speaking, not like in our daily debating with your with your friends in cafes or in warung, in your place of works. You talk with your friend, just two of you or three of you. You can talk on anything. You can speak, and suddenly your friends, what do you mean by that? There is no any limit of speech, no time, no rules, no regulation. You can always just go ask questions. You can interrupt. You can do anything. There is no rules and regulations on that. So I wish all of you would got the basic ideas of what we have been doing so far in our debate. So it is, say, for example, like in the mid-semester test assignment, do you still remember that?
Of course, sir.
Your video recording?
Of course, still remember.
Yeah. I assigned you to make a video recording, acting as the affirmative captain, and another speaker as the opposition captain, right? So there are only two of you in the video. Yes, there are only two of you in the video, because if I assign you to make like 3 speakers, then your video is gonna be long, and the file size is gonna be big and big. And that is why I just ask you to to be like in the first sessions with only one speaker from each side. So there are only 2 speakers. But the thing is, what I want you to really do actually is, although there are only 2 of you in the debate, you still have to act as if you are in front of all the audience. So you need to kind of act as if not only 2 of you, but in front of you besides you there are also some other speakers, and in front of you there are some audience. So you need to actually you need to face the audience and talk to them. So not talking within only 2 of you. Like, well, what do you think of smoking? I think smoking is something that is not good for me, because from economic side, I don't have enough money to buy the cigarette. And what do you think of you? I think I think it's okay for me. So it is not the debate that I want you to show in the video recording. So I'm still asking you to, at least, although there are only 2 speakers, but you need to act as if you are in a debate contest. Some of you did quite well, but generally speaking, all of you did a very good efforts. I really appreciate, every one of you. All of you did very good efforts. I really appreciate your efforts. I know that you're gonna show me the best that you can, but of course we need to always improve and improve and improve, right? So yes, I think Aji would did ask in the WhatsApp group about the next assignment, whether it is only the the essay. We're gonna talk on that later. But actually, I want you to do another video recording, exactly the same as the one you did in the mid-semester test. But this time, I want you to a little bit what do you call, revise a little bit, improve your performance in your video, in your next video recording. I want you to really still feel that there are not only two of you. Yes, in your video recording there are only two of you, but you need to imagine as if besides you there are two other speakers beside you. There are two other speakers, and in front of you there are so many audience watching you, like in a debate competitions. So you need to, we're gonna discuss on what you have to use, like, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, today's motion is on, something like that. Okay, so we're gonna learn some expressions that you might want to use in the next video recording. Okay, so how many of us now? There are 10 of you. I think it's good. So generally speaking, frankly speaking, how do you think of debating, the one that we have been learning so far? Do you think it is now getting easy, or still a little bit challenging? What do you think?
A little bit challenging.
Still challenging, yes. How about Aji?
I like challenge, sir.
You like challenge? Alhamdulillah, it's very nice to hear that. Well, I watch your videos. I think you did not only you, all of you has the potentials. I really feel that every one of you has the potential to be a good debater. Actually, there is inside of every one of you. Of course, there are 1, 2, 3 who are good and better from than others. But generally speaking, all of you have the potential to improve your debating skills. Like IG, I observed that you have like a typical debating styles when you are speaking. When you speak, when you deliver your arguments, I can see that you are like a professional, debater. You got that styles. Of course, you need to improve a lot, but at least you've got that kind of maybe someday I might play the videos of all of you, but during the Zoom, sometimes when I play the video, it like sometimes not really smooth. When I play the video on Zoom, it's, like sometimes stop, pause, and it's not. It didn't run very well. So maybe next time I might show you some of your videos. Okay. Right. So yes, it is still. I think maybe to some of you it's still challenging, but you still need, all of you, to improve these debating skills, because at the end, these kind of debating skills, you really need that during your scriptsy examinations.
Sir Bambang,
Yes.
any suggestion for my own video in semester?
Come again?
Any suggestion for my own video on semester?
Yes.
Because I doing video a little bit nervous, but I'm not understand the argument to show candidate.
It's okay. Don't worry on that. I mean, all of us are progressing. Don't worry on that. We're going to discuss on that later on. I really want to see all of you improving and doing your best performance. I'm gonna help you on that. Don't worry. Okay, we're gonna discuss on that later on for the next video recording. All right. Okay. I think how many of you? There are still 10, huh? Let's go to our today's topic. So today's topic is actually will help you in in guiding your next video recording. Okay, let me share the screen over here. Oh, I haven't opened the slides yet. Hold on for a while, okay? Please hold on for a while because I'm still opening the files. I forgot to open it. Okay, there you go. So where are we? Sorry, I think let me check over here again. It's not opening. Oh my God. Okay. Mariano, are you with the laptop there?
Yeah.
Have you downloaded our file for today's topic? Oh, there
On
you go.
PPT.
Okay, I got it here. Okay. Hold on for a while. Hold on. Oh, sorry. There you go.
Already open.
Yes. Okay, good. Okay, can you see there over there?
Okay.
Okay. Right. So this is for our today's topic, the problem solution structure. So in the debate that we are learning so far, that there is a structure that you need to follow when you are deliver your points as a speaker. Whether you're as the affirmative captains or the opposition captains or the speaker, the first speaker, the second speakers, all of you have to what do you call, to follow this kind of structure, the problem solution structure, especially for the government sides or the affirmative sides, because you need to highlight the problems, what the problems are, and then you have to provide the solution. And usually the solutions is the motion, of, or the topic of the debate. Say for example, like, oh yes, so the debate, the format of the debate, usually this debate is conducted in the parliaments. Do you know parliaments? What's parliament? What do you say parliament in bahasa Indonesia?
Is that?
What is parliament in bahasa Indonesia?
I don't know, sir.
Oh, parliaments.
Parliament.
Yes, it's parliament. It's like DPR, okay? So
Parliament.
yeah, so this is so the structure or the format of the debate that we are learning so far. Originally, it is introduced in the parliament, and that is why there is a motion. So a motion is like the proposal to the parliament to make law as the solution of the problem. Say for example, usually the what do you call, what is our first motion? Do you still remember our first motion? The first motion that you have done in your first video recording, first assignment. Do you still remember?
Not yet.
The first motion, the first assignment. Do you still remember, Aji?
First assignment about
your first assignment, and it is, I think, the video recording. It's on the curfew. Do you still remember that?
I forgot, sir.
It's about
Yes, Monica.
getting home at 8 p.m. curfew. I guess.
Yeah, it's a curfew
Yes.
that
Oh,
every what do you call it? Everyone under 18 years old must be is subject to curfew after 8 p.m. right? Is that?
Yes.
Oh,
That's the motion. So everyone under 18 years old is subject to a curfew at 8 p.m. In other words, that all the teenagers, under 18 years old, they must be at home. What do you call, until 8 o'clock. After 8 o'clock, they must be at home. So this is the motion, the sentence. So this sentence is a motion. Actually, this motions is like a proposal to the parliament to make a law, as the solution to the problems. So what are the problems that being highlighted by the government, by the affirmative? What kind of problems? So that they need to make a law so that all the teenagers must be at home after 8 o'clock. What are the problems? You still remember?
oh, yeah.
The problems are the teenagers, like drug abuse. What else? Free relationship
Free
between,
sex.
yeah, things like that, and so many problems. So these are the problems that being highlighted by the affirmative or the government side, so that they propose to introduce a law, hukum, peraturan, so that the police will implement this law, so that police will arrest all the teenagers who are still somewhere, after 8 o'clock p.m., after 8 p.m. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
So the debate is not.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, all right. So actually, if you are learning this particular format of debate, actually you are learning how to debate in the parliament between the two parties, between the government side and the opposition side, things like that. And that is why it is not like daily debates among our friends, classmates, in cafes, in warung, or in other place. So you need to have some kinds of rules and regulations. So this is structure. So if I ask you, what is the difference between the formal debate and our casual daily debate? So what is the simple answer to that?
Have form and structure.
Yeah, in the formal debate that we are learning so far, the one that we are learning from session 1 until session 9 today, is there is rules and format. And one of the important rules is every speaker has the turn to speak during a limit of time, and another speaker has to listen. They cannot interrupt until a certain time. They can interrupt, but after some time. Not every time you can ask questions and you can interrupt other speakers. You know what I mean, class?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, this is the format, right? So let's try to go on. So this is a structure in which debater focuses on solution of the problem, meaning that the solutions are offered. Okay? Say, for example, over here, this is the one that had been done in the first motion. The motion is everyone under 18 should be subject to an 8 p.m. curfew. Why? Because the government side, the affirmative side, see that there are big problems with regard to free sex, drugs, and some other problems with the teenagers. and the solution of it offered by who? By the government side, by the affirmative side, so that they are proposing the law. They are proposing the law to be enacted so that the police can arrest those who are trespassing the laws. Okay, so this is the solution, right? So when you will be doing the next video recording as the affirmative captain, these are the rules that you need to follow. As the affirmative, as the first speaker, as the affirmative speaker, the affirmative captain, you need to include all these A, B, C, and D. You need to greet, good morning, good afternoon, okay, good evening, right, ladies and gentlemen, and then you have to mention the motion. What is the motion? All right, and also you have to tell your position that you are from the affirmative, because the affirmative captain, or the affirmative side, the government side. You need to tell your position, and then after that you need to define some words from the motion. Say for example, like in the previous motion, for example, everyone under 18 should be subject to an 8 p.m. curfew. So you need to explain what you mean by curfew. So you say, by curfew here, I mean, did you remember that? So you need to define all the terms, and then you need to highlight some problems. What are some problems that you have, that you think need to be solved, and then you offer the solution. The solution is there must be a law to provide solution as a solution to the problems. Okay? So these are the affirmative captain, and then after that comes the opposition captains. As the opposition captain, of course you need to greet, okay, and you state your the motion, and you tell the position as the opposition. And then after that, you need to discuss one by one all the problems that has been raised by the affirmative. So say, for example, the affirmative is talking about the drugs abuse. So somehow or other, you need to rebut, you need to counter all the problems that has been described or proposed by the affirmative. You need to refer to all those problems and say that actually there are not problems, or if it is a problem, you have to provide some other solutions, not to have a law, not to make a new law. In other words, as the opposition, you have to say, we don't need the law, we don't need all those law, because there is another solution. Okay, you know what I mean? Do you get my point, class? Are you confused?
No, sir. I get the
Okay,
point, sir.
right. So as the opposition, you need to always rebut all the points, including the problems. So if the affirmative captain brought up like 2 or 3 problems, then you need to discuss one by one. The first problem regarding the drug abuse, for example, okay. I don't think it is a big problem, because it is not only the problem for our country, it is the problem for everywhere. And compared to other countries, maybe you want to say something like that. Compared to other countries, our problem is still, just nothing to worry about it, or, something like that. Okay. And then the second problem and the third problem, if there are some other problems. Okay. And then after that, you need to provide some solutions. If you think, yes, I know that it is a problem, but as a opposition, we have another solution. And that solution is here, and then like that, okay? Or maybe you want to say that I think the problems that you tell us that you told us earlier, the affirmative captain, to us, it is not a problem, because it is not a problem, so we don't need any solution. You know what I mean? You can always say that, because it is not a problem for us as the opposition. It is not a problem, so we don't need any solutions, right? This is what we mean by this, the sign posting words and phrases, which is important as they help the speaker to emphasize the key points and what they plan to do next. So it's like a general, the common phrases that you can use as the speaker in a debate. There are some phrases that usually debaters use in their arguments while they are delivering their arguments. Okay, I like this one. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, our topic is, I would like to talk about, so this is the introduction to the topic, the phrases that you can use. And then another phrase or another expressions. My team believes that, so this is the position. If you want to tell another side your position, my team believes that, okay, so this is the expressions. And then when you want to define the words, you say, when we say, here, over here, when we say curfew, for example, when we say curfew, we mean it is, then you have to explain the definitions. So you can carry on reading by yourself over here. There are so many phrases that you might want to learn. Like here, ladies and gentlemen, my opponent has identified. So this is as the opponent's speeches. You can use my opponent has identified two real problems. Okay, my opponents has argued that. So all these are the common phrases that you can always use as the speakers in the debate. You can read by yourself later on. There are some other expressions over here, right? So this is the general structure of your delivery in a debate, of your arguments delivery, where you are stating or elaborating your arguments. You need to have introductions, and then give some argument, okay, and then you conclude your argument with restating your thesis. Thesis is like your general idea of the whole thing that you're gonna explain in your speech, right? Yes, class. So basically that's our today's topic. So I just want to let you know that there are a structure on hold on for a while. Okay, I got to go. Okay, sorry. Right. So before going on to the next discussion on your next video recording, I'm gonna give you some samples, and I'm gonna make everything simple and easy for all of you, so that you can try your best to give me your best performance in your next video recording. But before going into that, do you have anything to raise or to tell me, or maybe any questions you have to ask from the slides that we have discussed just now?
Sure. For a segment, we have visual debate or formal debate.
Oh, it's still always formal. Yeah, it's still always formal. Yeah, because I think for the informal kind of debate, you can improve by yourself. So we're gonna here in our class, we are trying to get to know with the formal kind of debate. Okay, so don't worry on that. We're gonna go into that. And you seems like very. Don't worry. Any more questions, class? Aji, Monica, Miyar, Prativi, Raisa, do you have any questions from our slides so far?
I get the point, sir.
Okay. Monica, do you have any questions? Miyar, Prativi?
No,
I-
sir.
Yes, go on. If you have any questions, you can raise. I will open another file over here. Hello, class. Everything is clear?
Not yet, sir.
Okay, right. So, in your previous video recording, how did you feel when you are making a video recording? Do you feel that you perform only two of you, or did you imagine that you were like in front of audience at the time? How about Aji?
Yes, sir.
When you made your video recording, did you
Huh?
did you imagine that you are in front of the audience, or
Oh, of course, sir.
you just feel only two of you there?
No, I imagine the audience. I imagine the
Okay, I know that.
opposite. I imagine the educator.
Okay, I can feel it somehow,
I
right?
imagine.
But I think you as the you were as the affirmative speaker, right? The
Yes,
affirmative captain.
I am a affirmative captain.
Okay. Did you explain anything on your motion?
I don't explain.
All right. Okay. You missed that
langsung-
part. Okay. All right.
I direct the problem,
I
sir.
know. I think most of you. Well, I haven't watched all the videos yet, but so far I haven't got any speaker, any affirmative speaker who managed to explain the terms. How about anyone here? Who is the affirmative? Any one of you the affirmative speakers here? The affirmative captain? Monica, are you the affirmative captain?
No, I'm the opposition.
The
I'm with
opposition.
Aji the last week.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yes.
Oh, yes, you were there. Okay. Okay, right. Okay, he's your partner. How about
Yes,
Wakidatul?
No, sir. I'm the opposition too.
All of here, many of you are the opposition. How about Mia? Mia is not here from the beginning, but we can see his picture over there. Raisha, what are you? Are you the affirmative captain? Akbil? Wita? Yes, Akbil.
Opposition.
What are you? Are you the affirmative captain at the time? The Krula, yes. I think you were the affirmative captain, right? The Krula is not there. Mia is.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you were there.
I'm
Oh,
sorry,
the
sir. Your video is
Spider-Man.
break.
How come the Spider-Man with that tummy, with that? Is that the
During
real
pandemic,
spot?
everything is possible, sir.
I see. That's because of the pandemic, huh? 2 years of pandemic, and the Spider-Man's getting a little bit a big tummy there, huh?
Are you watching Spider-Man, sir?
Yeah, it's there in front of me. I'm staring at it.
No Way Home is right on the corner. Yeah. Are you excited?
Okay, so you were the affirmative captain, right? In your video recording,
Yes, I was.
right? So, do you think you managed somehow rather explain the motions, like the terms?
Yes. I still managed it in the first place.
I
and try
sure?
to
I think I watched that, but
deliver.
I did watch your video, but I don't know. I think you missed explaining the terms, like what you mean by any important words or terms.
Oh, you mean
Yeah.
like the moderator? Like a
No,
moderator
it's not, because
regulation?
if you try to refer to our previous sessions, the roles of the affirmative captain, one of the roles of the affirmative captains is introducing the motions, and then after that setting the setting, setting up the motions by explaining any important words. Say, for example, like our first motion on the that everyone under 18 should be subject to an 8 p.m. curfew. So maybe you need to explain what you mean by curfew. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I see.
After mentioning the motion,
I think I forgot.
yeah, I think
the video I
you
made.
missed that. Okay, don't worry. I mean, but because in a debate, if you miss that point, it's a big point. You know, you're gonna lose big points, because
Yeah,
if the opposition captains knows that, so it's gonna be a very good point for the opposition to to rebut, not rebut, but to highlight. I think the affirmative captain hasn't mentioned anything on what he means by curfew. So how are we gonna discuss? How are we gonna debate? Because we don't know what he means by curfew, right? So the opposition got a big point on that, right? Anyway,
yeah, exactly.
okay, right. So in the next video recording class, because I want every one of you to improve your performance, not only one or two, I want every one of you improve your performance in your video recordings. So I just just like any other classes, I decide to provide the script for all of you. You're gonna be given a script of the affirmative captains, and also the opposition captains. So all the scripts are there based on the roles, like what we have discussed so far, and based on the format of these problems and solution structures as the speaker, because every speaker in a debate should follow that kind of problems and solution structure in their arguments. Okay, right. So I have something to show you again over here. I hope that is okay. It's here now. Okay, class, can you see something there? It's a word.
Okay.
Do you see something there? Let me make it bigger.
Yes, sir.
I think now it's big enough, huh? What do you see on the slide there? Learning activity 5, is that?
Yeah, the problem solution.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so is it big enough, or should I make it bigger? Oh, it's too big, huh? Is that okay?
Okay, sir.
Okay, sure.
Right.
Nice.
Okay, so this is the problem solution structure. So this is gonna be your the motion for your next video recording. Well, you can always make your own motion, but to make it easy for all of you, I think I would suggest you to go with this motion, okay? Because I have I have the script already for all of you down there, okay? It should be illegal to tame wild animals as pets. It should be illegal to tame wild animals as pets. So it is a motion, okay? Emotions, as I have told you before, that very often a motion gives advantage to the affirmative side, to the government side, you know, because the problems that are being discussed here is according to the government side, according to the affirmative side. So do you see any problems here? So this is like, so the affirmative captain, or the affirmative side, or the government side, propose to the parliaments to make laws that it is illegal to tame wild animals as pets, so that if there is anyone who tames wild animals, he will be punished by the law. Do you understand, class?
Ban.
So this motion is actually the proposal by the government side to all the parliaments to agree with them to make a new law. What is the new law? Someone who is what they call arrested, or you know, someone who tames wild animals as pets, he or she is gonna be punished by the law if all of them agree with the government or with the affirmative side. Do you understand that?
Ban.
Okay, so there are two speakers. Of course, the first speaker is the affirmative captain. So what is the first role of the affirmative captain? You need to greet ladies and gentlemen today. Okay, you have to introduce. You give some introduction, and then what you should do first before going into your arguments as the affirmative captain. Class, what should you do? Defining
Terms.
the terms. You need to define the terms. I think it's too big. Let me make it smaller here. This one is okay, I think. Right? So you need to define the terms. Any words that you think you need to explain in the motion, inside the motion. Here, like for example, it should be illegal to tame wild animals as pets. So which one you think you need to explain? Maybe you wanna explain what you mean by tame. So what's the meaning of to tame? Anyone wants to say something on that? Class, do you have any idea what you mean by tame?
Menjinakkan.
That. Okay, that's the translation. in English. So as the affirmative captain, you may want to say something. All right, what by to tame we mean, okay, or if we say to tame, we mean, you explain in English, of course. What is to tame? Of course, in bahasa Indonesia menjinakkan. In English, maybe to make animals as what? As your friends. Make it simple. Is that okay?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't think it's to make it right. Okay, let's just consider that one. How about wild animals? So by wild animals, we mean animals which what?
Freedom.
With pet.
Come again? Animals which what?
Pet.
Wild animals.
Yes, wild animals. Of course, you need to explain with some other words. Not what we mean by wild animals are wild animals. You need to say something else.
That we are able to pet, like to keep them in the house, maybe, or
Come again, Zikrullah? Are you saying something?
Yeah, wild animals, like
Mhm.
being able to pet or keep them in a box,
Yeah,
maybe.
to attack. Is that what you say?
Yes, sir.
What?
You're
I,
breaking up. My signal is
oh, okay. So maybe wild animals is animals which maybe live in jungle. Is that okay?
Okay.
Animals live in jungles, or maybe animals that can attack us, or animals that are dangerous for us. Maybe okay. How about pets? Pets is animals which are at home with us. Is that okay? I think so.
Yes. Okay.
Of course, you need a dictionary to make sure. You need to refer to the dictionary, or you can search online, of course. Okay, but don't worry, because after this you're gonna get all the answers. So this is the answers. Okay, so you got all the answers for here. So you can read that later on your own. And then after that, as the affirmative speaker, as the affirmative captain, you need to identify the problems in the motion. Okay, why should you introduce the motion? Why should you introduce the law, a new law to make it illegal to tame the wild animals? There must be problems before that, okay? So I've got all the answers over here. Say, as the affirmative, there are problems of the current situations. So you observe there are problems by people who tame animals, who tame wild animals at home. There are some problems. Okay? The first one, the second one, and the third one. So that after that, you conclude as the affirmative speaker, and that is why we propose the law that it should be illegal to tame wild animals as pets. That's your conclusion. That's it. You are done. And then after that is the turn of the oppositions, the opposition captain. So as the opposition captain, you need to go back to the three problems that have been highlighted by the affirmative captain. So you go one by one. The first problem by the mentioned by the our opponent over there, the affirmative captain. The first problem is this and that. Okay, I think it is not a problem. And if it is a problem, we have some other solutions to that. Okay, things like that. Okay, so you need to mention the problem and you have to give the solution, alternative solutions. Okay, or if you think it is not a problem, then you say we don't need a solution because it is not a problem. You know what I mean, class?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I know, sir.
Okay, so this is the answers over here. All right, so it's over here. Hold on for a I'm opening the there you go. Okay, so all you have the answers over here. Wild animals may attack people. This is the problem. Animals may become extinct in punah. Okay, wild animals love freedom, and it isn't fair to take it away from them. You know, and that is why, as the affirmative captain, you said we need a law to protect the wild animals from all these problems. Okay, and as the opposition, you might want to say wild animals may attack people. But of course, you say, for example, but not all wild animals. Okay, not all wild animals should be banned, right? And then animals may become extinct. So the solution is ban the import of the threatened species. All right, this is the solution, not the law to make it illegal to tame wild animals. And then you say, wild animals love freedom. It is not fair to take it away from them. So the solution is educate people to respect animals' freedom, not to have a law. So having a new law to make it illegal for people to tame wild animals, we don't need the law. The solution is educate people to respect animals' freedom. So this is the solution by the what do you call? By the opposition captain. Right? So this is the elements of the captain of a captain's speech over here. So you need to state problems that exist, and then you have to introduce. You have to give the introduction. You have to define the solution. You have to define the terms, and you have to provide the solutions. So these are the script that I want you to follow. You can change here and there just to make you easy to say. You can change some words. Okay, you can modify some words so that it's easier for you to say in your next video recording. But basically, these are the script. Do you get, class? So this is the script. Ladies and gentlemen, our topic is the destructive practice of capturing and keeping wild animals as pets. My team says that this practice is so negative that it should be illegal. So this is what is number one? Is it problem, introductions, definition, or solution?
Production maybe.
Introduction, exactly. So number one is introduction. Okay. Number two, when we say wild animals, we mean animals that normally live in nature, not tamed or domesticated. So what is this? Problems, introductions, definitions, or solution? Number two.
Definition.
Definition. Very nice. Okay. Number three. First, wild animals are dangerous and will always remain dangerous. What is this?
Problem one.
Problems. Okay. Second, is that problems?
Yes, of course.
Third, is that problem?
Problem.
And six,
Conclusion.
that's the conclusion or the solution. Taken together, these problems are so severe that the only good answer to it is to make the practice illegal. Thank you. Right? You are done. And then after that, so this is the answers, class. I've given the answers over here for you to read by yourself. And then comes the turn of the oppositions. There are four here. Problem proposed by the affirmative team. So you, as the opposition captain, you need to refer to the problems which are elaborated or highlighted by the affirmative team, by the affirmative captain. You have to go on one by one. Of course, first you need to say, ladies and gentlemen, my opponent has identified two real problems and one false one. The first and the second problems can be resolved by other means, not by the law, and the last does not really exist. So what is this? Number one.
Production.
Introductions. Number two. My opponent has argued that wild animals are dangerous. Some are certainly. There was a
Solution.
case. Come again?
Solution of problem.
Solution?
Oh no.
There is a
Problem proposed by affirmative.
Exactly. Problem proposed by the affirmative. Okay. Yet this case does not show that no wild animal should ever be tamed. What about rabbits? What about pigs over here? Okay. What about mice? These are examples of wild animals. They can be tamed. My opponent's statement is not generally true. So what is this?
Not acceptance.
Yeah, something like not acceptance, but actually this is you can change something to include the solution here. So first you refer to the problems by the affirmative captain, and then you give your own solution. So number three is your solution actually. So if you think it is not solution, so you need to add, because you get the point here. What is the point here? You can go back for here. Yeah, this is your point. So animals, the first one, wild animals may attack people. So what is your solution? Ban dangerous pets, but not all wild animals. So this is your solution as the opposition here. So maybe you want to put this point into number, what number? Put that point into what number? 1, 2, 3. Okay. Did you get it, class?
Of course.
Yeah. So you put that idea as a solution in number 3 over here. Of course, it's like a non-acceptance, but actually, you see here, because number 2 here, some are certainly. So it's like you are, yes, it is a problem, but the solution is not like what you said. I have another solution in number 3 over here is your solution. You know what I mean, class?
Yes.
Okay, so number 4, certainly some kinds of animals are threatened with extinctions. Oh, sorry, number 1. Where are we now? This is the problem and this is the solution. And then number 4, certainly some kinds of animal are threatened with extinction. Yet, can our opponent show that the pet trait is a central problem? My opponent has mentioned a scene from a movie saying it tells a true story. So this is what do you say about number 4 here? See the problem?
Problem, sir.
No.
The problem, okay? And number 5, yet what kind of
Solution of
authority is this? Is the solution? It should be a solution here from you, okay, as the opposition. And then number 6 here, finally, my opponent has offered a strangely circular argument, going around from problems to problem to problems, no solutions. This is what you said as the opposition, okay? For the problem number 3, okay, about the animal's freedom, about the animal freedom. It's like, how do we know they desire freedom? How do we know that animals desire freedom? Well, they desire freedom because they are wild. What makes them wild? Well, they are wild because they desire freedom. So it's like going around. So it is not a problem. We don't need a solution for this problem because it is not the problem. Thank you. Something like that, okay? So you get all the answers over here, class. Right? So basically that's the okay. Before everyone is getting confused and tired. So do you have any questions so far?
Clear, sir. Clear.
Okay. And because I really want you to enjoy what you are doing all these assignments, so I want you to give like quite some time. It's not only 1 week. I give you 2 weeks for this. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
I give you 2 weeks to prepare. Because the script is already there. You can always change. Don't worry if you want to change the words, because I don't understand what it means by this. I think it's not. I'm not comfortable to say these words. You can always change, no problem. Or maybe I think it's too long for me, sir. Can I make it a little bit short? It's okay. Make it free. But the main ideas and the samples are there. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So you don't have to be busy with finding online and you're writing your essays and things like that. You don't start from scratch. Everything is there already, right? So do you have any more questions, class?
Enough, sir. For me, I don't know.
Okay. Ariana, any question? Monica, Wakidato, Bikrullah, Prativi,
Not yet, sir. Clear.
Raisha, Mia, Miar, Diana?
Yes, sir. Clear.
Clear. Okay then. All right then, class. Yeah, I'll leave it to all of you for preparing for the next video recording. So please don't worry.
What about the
Just try.
partner, sir?
Yes, come again.
What about the partner? Like,
It's still the same partner. Okay. You can still go with the same partner, just to make it simple for all of you. Okay, so you don't need to exchange. I leave it to you if you think. So I think I need to exchange the partner. It's okay.
okay, sir.
All right, make it free, and I'll leave it up to you all. Right, class? Is that all? It's almost 8:18. almost 8:30, huh? Right? So I think that's all for this evening. Thank you very much for joining the class. I hope you would enjoy your next video recording. And in case you have any problems, you have any things to ask, you can just feel free to text me or to call me or to contact me. Okay? Is that clear?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you very much, and
Thank you,
Assalamualaikum and very
sir.
good evening.
Thank you, sir.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Welcome.